Hey everybody, if you're watching the replay, make sure you follow and not just like. That way it'll alert you when we do have a new video or if we're live. But while I'm waiting everybody to get on, we don't have very much. Just wanted to show you my shopping stuff. But when you do jump on, make sure you say where you're from. He's trying to show me how to do this laptop. I know how to get on there. I just don't know how to make the words, the comments on the side. Yeah.
Just hit enlarge.
Just hit enlarge. Oh my gosh, check out my hair. It's all windblown. Windblown. Okay. Hey, Sherry. From North Dakota. Yeah, Ohio. All right, let's see. I wanted to show y'all a few little goodies I got. I went to Hobby Lobby. Then I went to the Carolina Pottery. I did not go to Michael's. It was very congested where our Hobby Lobby is. So going across the street and parking this by Target, it was a nightmare looking. So I did not go to Michael's. So don't have anything good to show y'all from Michael's. Let me turn my comments off up here so I'll get in the habit of not looking at them. That way I can see what I'm doing down here on my screen. From Cobbtown, hey. We crafting too. Oh, you are? I love it. I want you all. It's Saturday. You're normally, this is probably if I need to catch up on any crafts that I haven't done finished during the week. But I did go shopping this morning. And y'all, you have to excuse me. I've got the sinus headache from, it's awful. Okay. So I want to show you some of the goodies I got. Like I said, I went to Hobby Lobby. No sales. The only sale I don't know if it's stop. I don't know when there's sales. If they go from Monday to Monday, if they go from Saturday to Saturday. I don't know if it just started today or if it's ending today. None of their Valentine's Day was on sale. None of their St. Patrick's Day. All wall hanging things and table toppers. Like if you want any baskets or like lantern, things like that, you could go over there. But anything that hung on the wall, spring things, the things that say spring on them, like really to me, I always think the things you want to decorate in the summer with, all of that was 40% off, but not really any good sales today. Hey, Miss Jane. Oh, we have somebody else, Yvonne from Ohio. Sherry, where are you from in Ohio? Are you and Yvonne close? I don't really know. Y'all probably could be friends. Hello from Nebraska. I've been watching your replays for quite a while. I'm so glad you caught me today. Good. Nebraska. I can't remember if I've seen too many Nebraskas. Okay, let me show you first. I didn't get, like I said, I didn't get very much. And then I went to, gosh, is my Hobby Lobby stuff even in here? Maybe it's not. No, it's in this basket. Okay, I'll show you the first thing. You know how sometimes, I don't know in your Hobby Lobby, but in our Hobby Lobby, hey, from Michigan, when you walk in the door, sometimes if they've gotten a shipment of things and they're damaged, or if they've done something to them in the store, they'll usually have them right by the door and it'll say, these are marked down for clearance. And normally something's cracked on them or something like that. Hey, April. Hey, Edna from Florida, they have these baskets up there, y'all. I mean, and when I say they're big, they're big. And they were $2. They were just stacked on top of each other. Now, they're not going to have a big sign that says, these are damaged goods. It's just sometimes if you see something up front, they'll decorate when you walk in the door. But these were like stacked on top of each other and it just says on there as is. And usually that's kind of code for something's happened to them. Now I dug through some of them. Some of them were kind of really like on the side, they'd have like a major crack in them. But say like this one right here. Everything is really, really good on it. It's just right on the inside. This little part right here is kind of pulling apart. But just kind of like for a little storage, like for my arts room, it's probably going to hold a lot, but I mean, they're fairly big. I don't know how much they are regular. They just had a sticker on them for $2. And I got to the other one, I really couldn't hardly find anything wrong with it. Some of them you could tell when they were coming apart, but I just they were stacked up. I dug through them and found one that were good. Yes. I would think they'd be a great like root cellar, things like that, basket, things that you will hold a lot, but you really don't, even though it has handles, I wouldn't pick them up and carry them very far, even if they weren't damaged, because I mean, this is kind of like, you know, the wood that fell on the floor that they staple together. To me, they don't seem too sturdy as far as what you can get. Okay. Few little things in there. They actually did have a couple of little kiosks out in the middle that had their St. Patrick's Day crafts on them. Just like Valentine's Day, I have absolutely no St. Patrick's Day. I think I've decided that I may do some little door hanger wreath, something like that, just because I got to be able to show you something. And then we'll do our tier tray just for March, because besides Ash Wednesday and things like that, there's not a lot going on in March. And, you know, I don't want to take everything down or leave my Valentine's Day up there, you know, through March. So we're going to make a few little things. I use those in the fall to decorate with. Yes, I think they would be great. If you had like a plant in another pot during fall and you wanted to put that in here, I think that, like I said, I don't know if it's because they're damaged or what. I wouldn't trust actually them holding something. But hey, Tracy. But they had like a few little ribbon out there. Like I said, I grabbed things like pipe cleaners. I have like a whole little basket I have pipe cleaners on because I don't really, didn't have green. Like I didn't have any St. Patrick's. Now, $4.99, and like I said, I'm sure this stuff will go on sale 50% off. I didn't get that today, but I wanted to have like, these are like little wood pieces that you normally would buy from the dollar store, but they actually have 3 little sizes in it, but I got it from Hobby Lobby. Got like a little pair of socks, and I really love this saying that maybe we can put on another project. Instead of like Prince Charming, it says Pinch Charming. It's like a little pair of socks. I figured if we make like a couple of little gnomes, it would be really cute to use this, because it's actually a really, really dark navy blue and green. And I just thought that Pinch Charming was just like really, really cute. Maybe we can name our gnome that. But I got this burlap ribbon with different shapes on it. And you know, I told you I wish they would have this at the Dollar Tree, and I don't know if they have, but I did find one of these. It's like a grapevine wreath, but it's in the shape of a, what do you call that? Shamrock, 4-leaf clover, whatever you want to call it. That I thought was really cute. Even if we put like a green and white gingham behind this, like we did our little hearts that are on our garland up there, or the ones that have burlap back here. I thought that would be really cute. That's why I said I'd maybe do a thing. What part? Barbara, what do you mean what part? I use those in the phone. That was you at Hobby Lobby today. Laugh out loud. You probably saw me walking around. I don't recognize anybody when you have that mask on, and I'm sure that nobody recognized me. Rose, put them in there. Yes, that. I mean, this would be. I mean, it's big enough to hold a lot of things. But hold on for just a second. Nathan, yes. I bought you a pair of pants over there on the stove. Like, turn on the light for the kitchen. And I know you said it was hard for you to find those sizes. But I didn't want you to leave if that's what you were doing. I'm sorry. All right. Okay. Another thing I found was this bunny. Same thing. And instead of looking like one whole piece like this, it looks like they put different pieces together. But there was some bunny stuff. Went back into the the wood supplies. And just for like $5. It was just like a wooden welcome. You know, I'd probably take that off, but good for a wreath or any kind of project. Sometimes I just go in there grabbing stuff. This was something that I thought was just beautiful. It was only $5, and it's wood, and it's not really thin. I mean, it's like a good piece of Luan, like what Jennifer cuts for me. But it's all little hearts, but it's one whole piece of wood. It's really, really pretty. Good project. Okay. When I was in the back, remember how I told you I wanted to look for a perfume bottle to put the love potion on it for my little tier tray that we did. So I found this in the back. It's like a heart jar, and the cork, for some reason the cork won't really stay down in there. But I want it, I probably will glue it. But I think I probably will paint the whole glass and then print out a little heart in the center that has low potion. But on the way home, we have like a Dollar General that's out in the middle of nowhere. And it's a really good Dollar General, I think, because it's out in the middle of nowhere and nobody goes to it. And they had a little tiny jar, which kind of looks like a vase and kind of looks like a perfume jar. So I love the heart on the front of this. I just really love that. But I just thought this was really cute and looked a lot more like perfume. And I would paint both of them. So I could just go ahead and make two. And both of them, this was just $1 at the Dollar General. And I think this was like $3 at Hobby Lobby. And I don't think I got any sale on that. Live in Maine. Oh my gosh, nice area. I live about 40 minutes from Portland. All right, Southern. Okay, y'all were talking about where you from. Okay, from Kentucky. Glad you were wearing a mask. I did, but you can't tell. And when you like, it's, I guess it's a Southern thing. You always, when you're letting somebody in your aisle, you know, you always like smile and you kind of like, go ahead, you know, and you're letting each other go. Well, you know, they can't see you smiling behind that mask. So I'm sure today, a lot of people, when I'm just smiling like this, they're probably thinking, why is she tilting her head and looking at us like we're crazy? Okay, so a few other little things in Hobby Lobby. They had this little metal shamrock, and I think it was like $3 or $4. Yeah, $3. Didn't get it on sale. But one of the main reasons why I wanted to buy something like this is a really good, it's not too small, but it's not huge, and not only can I decorate it, but I can get 2 stencils for 2 sides. Like if I had, you know, a piece of free styrofoam, you know, I could just cut out a piece and use this as a stencil. Buffy, I bought those elephant ears up there for you, right beside your jeans. Got some more pipe cleaners. This actually had hot pink. I don't think I had any pink. And if you could see my pipe cleaner basket, you're like, why are you buying any more? All right. Okay, another pack of those. They had another little heart. This, $3 too. Kind of on the same lines as this. Metal, but good size too. And we talked about how we really liked the white. You're welcome. And even though this is, you know, whiter than what I'm using, I can always just paint the wood cross. And it looks like I probably could pop it loose off here if I wanted to. I could just paint it the plaster and it would match. Because I told you, I really wasn't crazy about the red, the bright reds and pinks. But, you know, once we did something that matched more of what our decor was, I think we all really liked it a lot better. Couple of these now, y'all, and I paid $3 for them, but I checked the length when I got home. They always have these at the Dollar Tree. You know, different little vines. This one is, has not hearts, but they kind of are in the shape of the heart, the way they have it on the vine. But I did check. The ones you get at the Dollar Tree are not this long, but they are the exact same, like, I guess, you know, place that makes them. So I grabbed a couple of those. And this is just some little odds and end things they had that I thought were extremely cute that I could add to my little fall, my little Valentine's Day tier thing. Because, you know, you don't always have to make everything. But it was only $3. And I guarantee you probably the next week or so, Valentine's Day will be 50% off. So, I mean, if you go in and get this for $1.50, that would be extremely cute. I mean, these are real wood beads at the top of it. And just like we put them on there, they just have it stapled on the back. I think they also had a red one of this, but it was something on it was kind of really strong. And this too. I think if I changed anything on here, I would probably change the little ribbon to maybe like a little bead or a jute top. But, and I think when I got this, it was strong enough maybe to sit on its own. Maybe you put a little jingle block behind it and it'll sit, because I don't too much like the ribbon on it. But they did have a black and red one of these, but I didn't really have a whole lot of black on mine. All right, and the last thing is I got these little black cauldrons that you actually can use during Halloween, but I guess they're just like the little pot of gold at the end of a rainbow. Yeah, for St. Patrick's Day. I don't know where my bag went now. But they were really tiny. I was really looking for one that was probably, you get these at the Dollar Tree, and they're all like little lucky pots. But like I said, we can use them at Halloween. I really wanted a size that was in between it. This is probably a couple of inches too big, and these are just, my tray would swallow it up. But I think the bottom tier on my tray, it may hang off just a little bit, but I'm gonna paint this black. And I really wanted this to put like little gold pieces and stuff in it on my tray when it was St. Patrick's Day. So I'll probably paint this black, but this is the only other size besides this size that I could find. And I found this for $4 at Hobby Lobby. She made it. Where did you get the hearts on your mantle? Judy, we made those. You'll have to go back and watch the replay. It's a little hard to explain because I don't have one to show you. I still have, and my cat, I'll let y'all see, from a week now, he is still on the floor, sleeping. We took all that little, it has a name, and I forget, like, and it starts with an M, whatever that mesh is on the side of, on a heart. Hold on, I'm messing all up on us, y'all. Okay, y'all, I need to learn not to move this thing when I have it set up. Okay. And that was on the heart. We took it off. We wrapped them in jute, but we faced them. It was actually two. Like I said, it's really hard to explain. But I got the hearts at Dollar Tree. And beside our Carolina Pottery in Augusta, there is a Dollar Tree. I went in there because I was looking for one specific thing. I was trying to find some more hearts for y'all who said you couldn't find any, and they didn't have any. The little grapevine hearts, they didn't have any in there. But they still had plenty of the little hearts that have that shiny stuff, tinsel looking stuff all over it. Just cut that off, and then you just wind jute all the way around it. And just depending on what size jute, how much you want to put on there, will make it look how you want to. And I did watch a video the other day on dyeing jute, and it looks kind of messy, but it doesn't look hard. Hey, Rhonda from Spokane. Yeah, the replay, and it's super simple. I think the most time-consuming thing was just the winding it on there, and like I said, just time-consuming, but not really hard. Okay, so then I went into Carolina Pottery. My watch is telling me I hit my weekly goal for my walking. All right. And y'all, I love this place. It's beautiful. Y'all heard me raving about it, but they still do not have any Valentine's Day ribbon in their store. And I was like, they're already out of it at the Dollar Tree. She said, well, we just have to wait till we get it in. And they have this one specific place, and they didn't have anything in. So, but they did have some decorations. They had this bunny for $10, and it's kind of not really grapevine. It's more of that, like, just like little twigs. It's almost, and they wrap it up with pretty tight. But I have to think about Mimi, and I make her a wreath for every time I make mine one. So I thought that would be good for mine, but for $15, y'all. And it's the same type of thing, like twigs and all that, but they kind of painted the front of it. You actually can stick things down in this, but I think I would probably just use the carrot as, you know, most of it. Just find some really, you know, rustic bows to go with. But I love this, and like I said, it's only $15. And it's something that I can take loose from a wreath, and next year put it on and make it totally different. Because I could probably just put maybe, you know, a bow and some type of hanger, and you really wouldn't even have to make an entire wreath. This could just be your wreath, which I really love. All right, but this is my beauty of the day. And the way the coupons work in Carolina Pottery, Carolina Pottery, is it's not like a Hobby Lobby that you don't go in there and a whole section's on sale for 40 or 50%. You usually only get like one item. You get 20% off. You can get 50% off. Sometimes they send you their coupons if you become a subscriber through email. So I used my coupon today, and this was regular 20 bucks. It's, and this is really, I would say the base is not heavy, but it's so solid feeling that I could put a lot of things on top of this and I wouldn't have to worry about it falling over or anything, but I just absolutely love it. It's nothing fancy. It has no fancy edges or anything. It just is really pretty and really sturdy, and I loved it. But I probably only got it for maybe like $12 after the coupon, but I love it. But yes, I love the carrot too. It's one thing. Now they did have some ribbon in there that's kind of the summertime that I went ahead and grabbed in case they ran out of it. It's really, really like burlap or linen color with sunflowers, and this is the same line, but it has blue in the background. And this has, it looks like carrots, but the other thing almost is short like a radish, but I thought it was really pretty and different. It kind of brings a little bit of black in there in case you wanted to use buffalo check during your, I got this one pick just because I thought I could trace it and use the pick for other things. Maybe put it over here by Bless Your Heart, and she can have her friend. But it's kind of just like a little foam glitter piece. And a couple of little sprigs like this. Nothing fancy. Like I said, I didn't get a lot of deals, but there just really wasn't a lot there. But like I said, on the way home, I stopped by the Dollar General because I was like, either they'll have some Valentine's Day things or they won't. They had this cute little like DIY wooden truck. And not only does it come with a wooden truck with a heart, so you can do anything. It actually gave you a board with it that you could put in the little groove and it'll stand up. So it's not like a hanger. You could actually, and we're probably going to do something with this. But just for $1, they had a couple of other little things that even if we don't use them for Valentine's Day, they're kind of like little wood pieces that we could take this heart off of it and do other things with it too. Because they do have a little dollar section in there. And this is just kind of like a little tag for $1. And like I said, I don't really think I have anything I want to do a tag for Valentine's Day. But, you know, tags, we can do that for any holiday or any season. So that's about it on my little treasures I found today. Looks like you had a fun day shopping. I did, but I think my headache was so bad. Finally, at the end, when I went into Sam's, and you know, there you don't do any fun shopping, you just do grocery shopping. By then, my head was hurting so bad. But listen, I'd heard my sisters talk about scan and go in Sam's, and if y'all have not tried scan and go, you need to try it. It's like you go on your app store in your phone and you download the Sam's Club app, and just like anything else, if you've never went on there and registered, you have to be a member. Now this is for people who shop at Sam's. But you go on there and register, and you can put a credit card on there. You can just use a credit card every time. You don't have to have a specific card every time on there. But as you're shopping, you just scan your items, and it puts it on the app. And then at the end, you just push checkout. And I just kind of pulled over in a little aisle when I finished, paid for it, walked right out the door. And on your phone, they give you a little barcode receipt. So when you get to the girl by the door, she just scans it like she would your receipt, you walk out the door. There were lines down these aisles. It was just awful. Yeah, it really does. Who has money in January? No, I did not see any wooden, I didn't even see any wooden bead garlands like they had an empty place for them. So if you found that, I don't think I've ever gotten any wooden beads at the Dollar General. All right, so I'm trying to put all this in my little basket. But y'all, I love that pinch charming, because you know, like you pinch somebody on, they're not wearing green, it's pinch charming. Thought it was so cute. All right, so we've got the side on our Love Potion bottles. I think probably end up just doing both. And okay, hi. And I told you I went into the Dollar tree right next to Pottery Barn, not Pottery Barn, Carolina Pottery. And they did not have these and I got some of these, so, and they had a ton of these, and we had absolutely none at our store. They're little chicks and little bunny, and I'm going to try to do a little Easter tree, so don't think I went in there. They had tons of them, so I did not go and buy all of them. But these actually have 8 pieces in them. They're a little bunny, and they're just like all the other little ornament size things. They had fall, Halloween, Christmas, they had some, and normally they only have about 5 pieces in them because they're just raw and they're actually really real wood. But this has 8 pieces in it, and it's a little bunny. And these were chicks, like baby chicks. Now, if they had another kind, I don't know. These were the only 2 that they had. Thank you so much for sprinkling. We have some here for $3. Oh gosh, I hate that. I'm gonna have to go look. Sometimes lately what I've done is gone on like Dollar General, especially Dollar Tree, gone on their website and actually look at the things that they have. So when I go in my store, I can say, okay, either they have it, they don't have it, they have an empty rack for it, and they're gonna have it later on. But they have not put anything Easter out in our Dollar Tree when I went the other day, but some candy. But so I was really surprised to see that. Okay, and this is something that they had they have not had any St. Patrick's Day at the Dollar Tree since I've been either, but they had it out at the one in Augusta, so I bought. All right. You know, I always liking these little dollar things. I don't really necessarily like it. You know, I don't like the glitter, but I thought that would be really cute. Some kind of wreath. Here was a wooden piece for hearts. This is in the Valentine's Day part that we did not have. Okay, here's some more gold coins. I knew I was going to need those. But here's a little pot. And these were at the Dollar Tree. That says Lucky on it, like a little pot of gold. And this is the other one. And the reason why I got 2 is because one of them had the glitter on the inside, and this one doesn't have the glitter on it, but it had glitter on the outside. So they're kind of opposite. I hate messing with glitter, so I'm thinking if I could. And then I bought 2 of these, the little hearts. They almost look like a fan. But this is the kind of stuff, you know, this stuff is so thin, even though it's raw wood, I usually cut it with my scissors. I can't find them online. They are with the new beach stuff, white grade. Well, you know, I went around to the corner in the Dollar Tree and I saw where like their new kind of line is a lot of beach stuff. They had pieces of driftwood. Let me put my St. Patrick's Day stuff together. But I saw where they had like a sand dollar hand towel, kind of beach decorations. But I did not see any bead garland. But I'll look the next time I go to Augusta, which may not be anytime soon. But thank you so much for sprinkling. Okay. So I'm going to have to figure out something to do with this because I just think it's just so pretty. I really haven't thought about what kind of wreath I would make, like painted white. And then have like a lot of pretty ribbon or pink. I thought that was really pretty. Now these I got at the Dollar Tree too. And if we had these, I don't remember seeing them. They're like little pieces of wood holding the hearts together, almost like it's, you know, fence posts or something. All right, so this. Okay, we'll get this little craft I had out. No, I did not look for diaper wipes, but you know, my daughter uses flushable wipes for like adults. Is that like the same thing? Because, you know, I could go in her bathroom and steal some of those. I thought about that the other day when I went into her room and I saw them there. Because, I mean, baby for their butt wipes is the same for humans. You know, it's like the white flushable wipes for adults. I'm wondering if it's the same thing. If it is, I'll go in there and get one and we can use that. I always forget to go in like the diaper wipe section. And I think one day in our Walmart, I went over to our diaper wipe and something distracted me. And I just didn't get it. Okay. I have this, took this out. It was $2 at Dollar General. And I have these felt hearts that y'all love this felt, and I have not used them for anything. I have not gotten my needle out because, you know, they're really easy to string. What somebody told you, you can't use a thick string, but they're really easy to string because you can't, you know, they don't have holes in them like your regular beads. But I'm thinking, I don't know if I can cut it off, but I actually have this little truck, came from the Dollar General also. I like everything that's on it except the hearts in the back for whatever reason. So I thought either we could do a craft. And these little boards I just got at Walmart back in the section. I think they only run you around $4 maybe or $3. Walmart doesn't have their prices on here. And I love these. It's kind of like the perfect little plank of wood for anything. They're not too big, not too long, but they're really light. I don't know what kind of wood this is. And it's a real piece of wood, but it's almost like it feels hollow. My plumber told me none of those wipes are flushable. No, they're not flushable if you have a septic tank. If you live in town, I think they're okay to flush them because, you know, they don't fill up your septic tank. But they're not good for people who live out in the country like I do. Buffy doesn't put them in her toilet, but, you know, that's on her. Our Valentine's Day things are gone at the Dollar Tree. Yes, I'm pretty sure ours is. That's why I was really surprised to get these few little things at the one in Augusta. Because it was so many people in there. But no, those things, they say they're flushable, but they're not flushable if you have a septic tank. I think if you have, like, if you live in the city and you just have sewage and all that, you know, wherever all that stuff goes. But I think they can pretty much not clog up your septic tank, but they can fill it up faster than, you know, regular toilet paper just breaks down a whole lot faster than those wipes do. So do not put them in your toilet if you live in the country. Okay, so like I said, this is kind of a little DIY kit already for you. And it comes with this cute truck, and it's a good little piece of wood. It's not flimsy at all, but it already has this little stand. So when you put it together, all you do is just paint it, and you would stick it in here. Which, you know, I'm definitely going to keep this board because we're always looking for little sturdy pieces. And we may not use this one. I kind of like the idea better, and I actually like the red. On painting over these little hearts right here, just painting them either the white or a solid color, and putting our foam hearts, which are on a string already, and I ordered these off of Amazon. Y'all, I'm sure they probably have them, but the time when I just kind of ordered about 3 or 4 different types of felt, it was like right at the beginning of December, so I just said I would go ahead and order them off the internet. And it was probably about the only thing that I'd ever bought Valentine's Day in advance or anything. Okay, so see, like when you string them, they slide up good. They're, you know, they really don't turn as easy as regular. But I thought about taking them off and doing several. I have 3 different colors. Yeah, I have on the hearts, I have this and a red one. And just taking the hearts off of them, and either we can glue the hearts kind of like they're flying out of the truck, or we actually can put them on the pipe cleaners that I have, and it's like they are floating up, but you know what I mean, like they're rising up. I really thought that was really cute. I don't like it as much on the white because I feel like you don't see the truck as much. And I would go ahead and paint over all of this because I don't really like the wheels and all that kind of stuff, but I really love the little saying that says, "Let love grow." And I feel like my handwriting would just be atrocious on top of that. But we could just not paint it real heavy right there, and I could write it over it, but I may mess it up. But what do you think? Let's see. It's the same. Hey from Michigan. Okay, so it is the same, Lenore. Okay, so I won't buy any because I don't need a whole pack of baby wipes, and I'll just go get some of hers. I mean, she buys them in these like huge packs. All right, or we could kind of do the same thing because this truck right here, we painted it white, is already kind of on the top of my lip, and I really like these hearts. This is the only difference between the what I wanted to do. Is this one actually, the truck is lighter, so we could do more hearts, but this one we can actually make the truck the color we want to, and I can actually just only use maybe a couple of these, 2 or 3 of the little felt hearts. And because it's already rising up, I can put the pipe cleaners behind them. So, I don't know. It's kind of hard. And this one I could actually, no, I think we're going to not use the white. I don't know. See, I'm stumped. When I got this out and thought about what I wanted to do, I don't know. I feel like I can put more hearts on here in the long run, but I just don't like the color of the truck, where on this one we can actually make the color of the truck the way we want to. And see, I can actually make it. We'll just go with this one. Even though I really, really like this one, the only reason I'm saying is I could do this, the plaster white, like we have up there, because I'm not going to do like a little hanger. I want it to hang up. But we can actually, and we'll only use maybe the little white hearts out of them. And, yes. And that way it'll go with my mantle, because, you know, gosh, since August, I've had some kind of truck up there, whether it was fall, Halloween, Christmas, and I almost have this little white truck back there that I really didn't like, but I'm thinking about maybe making it like a permanent Valentine's Day one and put like a little heart on the side of it or something. Yeah, I think I'm liking the bigger one better too. And plus, let's see. And like I said, back in the craft section where the paint and all that is, you can buy these at Walmart. They already have the jute on them. But I don't think that we're going to use this. And they come in white, I mean wood color like this, or they come just in white, like a white washed, really. So, let's see if I can just pull, yeah. And see, this isn't wide enough, I don't think. Yeah, it's a little too wide to go in here to help it sit up. But just like before, you know, you can put a couple of Jenga blocks on the front or on the back and, you know, make it where it'll sit up. But, you know, we also can just lean it up against a lean-to. All right, let's see. So the only thing we've got to do is, let me go ahead and turn that on. But we've got to, I've got all my shopping right here in my way. I can't get to my paint. All right, so we just need the plaster. I keep looking up there to read your comments. Ugh, I'm sitting here getting hot too. Probably fixing to have a flash. Y'all see how red my cheeks are? I had a, you know, when you leave Sam's, I had a slushy, or not a slushy, what do you call them? What do you call the little cherry? Are they slushies? Maybe they are slushies. I can't remember. All that sugar. I mean, I can tell now I've had all that sugar. And, but you just can't go into Sam's without getting one, you know, it turns your tongue red and icy. That's it, icy. But I can tell because it's not cold in here. I think that our heater is on like 64. It's like really down in here. But I feel like it's 100 degrees in here. All right, so, and I'm probably gonna distress this a little bit with our, what do you call it, antiquing, just because if we're gonna go completely rustic with just brown and white instead of putting any color on it, I really want to distress it. So I'm gonna leave the sides, just like with Jennifer's That Light, I want to leave the sides really crisp and not have any drips going down the side. because I'm going to distress it on the edges. And usually a good way to do that is just put your paintbrush in the center and brush out. Because if you pull it in, it's going to get that glob of paint and have you a big run on the side of them. So easy project. And my poor Chris, he had the worst morning ever. His Mimi, I'm always talking about his grandmother. She's fixing to turn 98. Getting ready to. I always say fixing to. And this morning, she doesn't weigh a $1.05 probably at the most. Well, this morning at 7 o'clock, 7:30, something like that. And we were both still just dead asleep. I was up really late. The phone rings, and you always hold your breath when it rings at weird times like that. And it was his Mimi telling him that her toilet was broken and water was going everywhere. Now that she had fell on her toilet and water was going everywhere. So, I mean, how do you react to that comment? All you can think is, we weren't worried about the toilet or the water. We really just, when she said, I fell on the toilet, he was so worried about her. So he jumped up, and just out of habit, he was brushing his teeth. And so he threw his toothbrush down and said, why am I brushing my teeth? And ran out the door. And get there, and she is fine. She's kind of stressed out, and she's got big eyes because water really is all going all over the floor. But, painted it, yes. But water's going everywhere. She had physically broken the back of the toilet. Like the, what do you call the tank? And if you look down in the tank, in the bottom of the tank, it was like a huge crack hole in the bottom of the tank. And she really had, I don't know if she couldn't really explain to him what she meant by she had fallen on the toilet. Like, was she meaning she was getting up from going to the bathroom and she may have fallen back on it, just kind of slipped, or what happened? I mean, she just kept saying, I tripped over the toilet. And her bathroom is not in an area where she would, if she was in the shower and walked to her sink, yes, she could trip over a toilet. But we think maybe she was just going to the toilet, and she just kind of fell back on. But literally, I told him, I said, how does somebody that little and light break a toilet? She broke it. I'm talking about the tank in the back. It was like half the bottom is just missing out, and the water had went everywhere. But she was okay. Like, she didn't have any bruises on her that he said, that like she had really hurt herself. She was fine. She was just kind of freaked out because she had a bucket under it trying to catch the water because he couldn't explain to her, how you turn water off on the back of the toilet. But wherever the vent was in her floor, somehow they went in there and looked. Where it went at a 90-degree, the water just went out onto the ground. And it was like what was in her tank. But so Chris, this morning, as I'm getting ready to go, I didn't want to text him or anything because bless him, I didn't want to be like I was saying, where are you? What happened? I figured he would come home and he'd tell me, everything was okay. And so Buffy said when I was getting dressed, he came in here and he got something and he left. So I called him finally and I was like, well, Buffy said you were home. Where are you? And he'd already been to Augusta and bought a brand new toilet this morning at the crack of dawn. And now this is my husband, who is no plumber, but he can do like the whatever, the main things. He had already called his friend, the contractor, what I need to do. And he was like, everybody was telling him, if you want me to come help you, do whatever. And he goes, I think I'm fine. And somebody across the street helped him get the toilet out of the truck. But it matched perfect. So all he had to do was replace the tank. He didn't have to replace the toilet. And that's what he was worried about, because you have to put these toilet rings in the bottom of them and make sure they don't leak and all that kind of stuff. So he was kind of nervous about that. But, he didn't want to ask anybody to have to come do that on a Saturday morning. even if it was somebody you paid, you know, he was like, who do you call to, you know, so we live in a little podunk town, if y'all wondering. That's why I'm saying we're like, who do you call? There's no like, you know, AAA for your toilet. But he was able just to replace the tank, and you know, you can't buy just a tank. So we had to go ahead and buy like a whole toilet for just the tank, but he just replaced the tank on it, and everything was perfect, but he just, and of course, when I walked in the door, I was like, well, you mind going watching football in the bedroom so I can do a live? I promise them I'll all be on here. Hello, Chrissy. Chrissy, let's see if I can remember where you're from, Chrissy. Are you from Washington State, maybe? Was it Washington State? Thank you, Laura, for sprinkling. Okay. So, I just did the plaster on it. The plaster color. It's kind of in between an off-white and a, it's not really a stark white. It kind of really matches more of a little slightly dirty cotton. I don't know. That probably doesn't help you either. Let's see. My antiquing. I'm going to do this with my fingers. Y'all know I like to paint with my fingers. Thank you, Pam, for sprinkling. Yes, Spokane, Washington. I thought it was, you know, some names you just remember, Chrissy, or like my youngest daughter. We call her Buffy, but, y'all, I did not name my child Buffy. When she was little, we did not want her name short. Neely was Neely Ann. We wanted Buffy to be at least Elizabeth. Elizabeth is her first name. And, you know, Christy didn't want Lizzie. My sister, who is Elizabeth, was already a Beth. We just didn't want it shortened. We wanted her to be an Elizabeth. Well, Neely, you know, they're only 14 months apart, so Neely could not say Elizabeth. She tried, but all she could say was Isbuff. And then, you know, she called her Isbuff for a while, and then it was just Buff. So when she was little, there was a wrestler that I didn't know at the time. Chris was like, I hope she doesn't get picked on when she goes to the 3-year-old preschool. You know, for the wrestler called Buff the Stuff. So I'm the one that started calling her Buffy. And then as a mama who you try to make things easier, I was like, you know, when she gets ready to write Buffy in her class, the name, you know, the first thing they do is learn how to recognize their name or write their name. I thought it would be easier on her if she didn't have to write Elizabeth, where everybody else would probably have this short little easy names, and she would probably couldn't write her name the longest because it was Elizabeth. So we just call her Buffy. She's went through different times in her life, you know, like all little girls are, that she's, this year at school, I'm going to be Elizabeth. And we always humor her and say, oh, you know, okay. But on the most part, I think when the older she got, some people, I guess you either love, for kids, how cruel they could be to each other. You either love the name Buffy or you want to pick on it. But a lot of people, I think, thought it was really cool, especially when she met somebody new. They were always like, I won't forget your name. I love that name. And that's kind of how Chrissy is, just kind of something you don't forget. Don't get paint on my shirt. Ah! And I have my little apron back here. Okay, well, I'm done with most of the painting. Besides this, so I won't put it on. But I did have my apron behind me. Okay. Y'all, I'm just trying to think of where Russ would collect on the truck. You know, so I'm just rubbing. I love painting with my finger. I can feel the edge with my finger, so I know I'm not getting too much. And the edge kind of grabs my finger. And so it, I don't know, I just prefer when I'm doing this part right here, especially when it's kind of these little, tiny holes. I can feel it with my finger exactly what, you know, where I want to press down and where I don't. But that's everybody's kind of choice. Just do it the way you like it. What makes you feel comfortable. At first, I was like, I'm not going to paint with my finger in front of everybody. They're probably going to be like, why are you painting with your finger? Truck is looking good. Yeah, I think it really does too. I mean, no doubt you can tell it's Valentine's with the heart. So that's kind of my new thing with this holiday is like, you know, stick with what colors you like. Lord, even if I painted this blue, like I saw a lot of denim things today. And I love denim. Like I said, I like a lot of kind of natural, neutral colors. Even like a denim color, blue, would look really cute on this truck. Because like I said, whatever's in the back is kind of what makes the holiday. But it doesn't, like when I walk into my house, this doesn't scream Valentine's Day. Like, oh my gosh, okay, Valentine's Day is over with. So like say my tray does with all the reds on it. So I won't have to rush to take this down like right after Valentine's Day. I can probably just leave it up there till I want to put something else, either another holiday or another decoration up there. Okay, trying to put kind of some more little streaks in the heart. So there we go. It'll probably really pop once we put it on here. And I may even kind of rub these little felt hearts with it too. There we go. Where did you get the truck? Charmaine, I got the truck at Dollar General. $2. Can't remember if that's what it was, y'all. Y'all with me when I opened it. I think it was only a couple of dollars. But it was called DIY truck. But you got the truck and you got this like little stabilizer type tray if you wanted to put it up like that. But we're going to save this. You never know. But we're going to actually put it on here. And I got this board from Walmart back in their craft section. So there we are right there. I think I'm going to have to cut this string. So I probably need something I can put these in. Use the bag from the truck. And let me... I don't get that on my shirt. Okay. And listen, you know, we've got this other heart to where, you know, we could put a little bit of pink. I'm wanting something. It wouldn't be bad. So we'll see how the white looks. And if I feel like we need a little color, maybe we can do one of these little hearts, just rub it a little bit with the pink. Because this is actually not a pink, this heart. See, this is pink, this ball. And if you put this up next to it, it looks more like almost has a little fleshy tone into it. So we're gonna do this. Do one of these. And see, I don't know. I wonder if we added that. We'll just see. And like these little balls, like where you pierce them, it's kind of like they close back up. So it's not like I can just stick those back on there. But I mean, you know, I could really use those for, you know, Christmas too. If I didn't want to use them for Valentine's Day, even though I really like them. I think the red really is way too bright. I don't want that. So we'll go ahead and put that in there. I'll go get me a little sandwich bag. Okay. We can maybe put that on there and make it a little three-dimensional. But put these, and probably put them on their own. Maybe we could add that one little bit of color in there, but we're not going to do that this time. Where'd you get the truck? Did I miss you making the jute hearts garland behind you? Yes, we made it maybe Tuesday. So it's one of the lives at the beginning of this week. Yes, we made it behind us. It might have been Monday. Okay, so let's glue this down. We'll turn around to face me. Yeah, you can see it on there. And I'm gonna put it as level as I can. I don't want it down and I don't want it too long over here. Because we're gonna have it sitting up. If you wanted to hang it, I don't think it would be a big deal. If it kind of overlapped a little bit, but since we want it to set up kind of like a little lean-to, we're gonna do that. Okay, let's see. Where did I put those? There they are. There's a white one in there. It might be a little too white, but we can always dingy it up. We have plenty of stuff to dingy it up with. And these aren't heavy, but they aren't light, so I may need two and fold them in half. Yeah, because see, like this is white. But we can always make it off-white. Gosh, I'm always looking up there, okay. Not all of them. Whoever lived in this house before us must have had kids or just used it. Where did you get the truck? Did I miss you making it? Okay, hold on. To Patty. I missed what you're replying. Our landlord had to have pumped out the septic tank a year ago, and it was about 90% full of baby wipes. Ugh. Yeah, you're not supposed to put those wipes in septic tanks, even baby wipes. And I've never flushed a baby wipe. I just used to throw them in the trash can with the diaper. But yes, in a septic tank, you're not supposed to put them in there. They just don't break. See, a septic tank in the country depends on, you know, it breaking down and overflowing. And I think eventually they do break down, but nothing as fast as regular toilet paper does. And in a septic tank, especially a house full of girls or something, you don't need anything that doesn't break down fast. I mean, we've lived here like 14 years, and I think maybe last year before, we had to have our septic tank pump, but now we are a house full of girls. So that's Chris. All right, so I don't want you to be able to see. Maybe I'll put one there. Let's see. I want it to kind of, I want it to actually be kind of up, like the hearts are floating out, but I don't want you to really see the pipe cleaner either. So I'm thinking maybe we'll put just one on the pipe cleaner and maybe one just on the edge of the board to where like they're floating, they're, you know, coming out. Hold on. Like they're floating out of the truck, but yet you don't see the pipe cleaner as much. All right. Okay, let me make it as big as I can to fit on the glue and be pretty sturdy. Look at me, still haven't brought my little finger protectors out here. And I still have them, I promise. Please make this turn out okay. Hey, Helen from Georgia. You know, at our age, when we get married, no babies here. You can't flush them in the city either. We had a problem with them. Oh, okay. I always thought it was because they didn't break down. I mean, I don't know anything about living in the city and what you can and can't do. I just know you don't have to worry about your tank filling up like we do. But yeah, I don't imagine it would be, I mean, nothing you put down your toilet is. And I don't know why Buffy even uses them, but you know, like today, he's like, you do not get clean. I don't know if you have those kind of girls that just worry about all that kind of stuff, which I mean, everybody should worry about, you know, being clean, but she takes it to a whole nother level. Bless her. And these hearts, you know, they're just kind of, just slightly a little off in color, not a stark white, so they're matching the truck perfect. So I'm thinking maybe, and I probably could pierce with the wire this heart, but I'm thinking maybe if I spread my little loop out at the end and give it a good little place for the hot glue to adhere to it. And I've got it doubled up, and like I said, they have a little bit of weight to them, but not like a heavy wooden bead does. So thinking, and once I get this on here, I can bend it around a little bit to actually go in whatever direction I want it to go. Yes, I need to bless your heart to help me out. I did, because I can see this like, don't want it to not turn out really well. And she has blessed all our other crafts since her. I mean, y'all, when I go anywhere and I see pics, that's bless your heart always runs through my mind. She is like our true, thank you so much for sprinkling, Sheila. She is like our true mascot because I think about her all the time. And especially when I see a really cute one, you know, I'll think in my mind, you know, what was I thinking? You know? But, you know, you really can make your own pigs. You ever just had that when you're like, I know I can make that. I can make it. You can buy it, but I know I can make that. I just must have just had it in my mind that I could make a pig. Thank you, Charmaine, for sprinkling too. Okay. And listen, if you are on here and you have never seen my Bless Your Heart when we made her, do not go back and find that video. Please don't ever. I should have probably deleted it if I haven't already. It was just a weird night where we were finishing up the fireplace in our room. And I'd been grabbing different things saying, okay, one night we're just going to make a bunch of pigs, you know, to put in our wreath. So, you know, you don't want to spend $10 on them. Well, that night I didn't have a whole lot of time. And I would start off saying, okay, you could do this pig like this. And we would do it. I just had sticks out the yard. And then it got to the point where I didn't finish them because I had so many different ideas for so many sticks. I was like, okay, see, you put it on here, and then I'd set it down and move on to the next one. But this one, I actually did. So I said, you know, and I can remember saying it, you know, you just get these, and you would just put these little balls on there, and you could do a whole lot of them. You just stick them in your wreath, and it'll be so pretty. Well, all this hot glue started melting the styrofoam as I'm putting the stuff on it. It was just, I don't know what. So every night when I'm finished, it's just the thing with Chris or the girls, whatever. You know, I'll go in there tonight when I'm finished. And I'm like, oh, look what I made. And every night it really is something really super cute. So that night I just walked to the door and I was like, y'all, and I had tears in my eyes. And I was like, this is what I made tonight. And Chris, and of course he's never going to say, oh, that's ugly. But it starts making me wonder because he reacted to it just like he would something super cute. He was like, that's really cute. Because his favorite thing is to say, you're saving us money. Because that's my excuse when I buy everything is, look, I got this 40% off. I'm just saving us money. So that same night when I was like, this is what I made, I'm in tears. I mean, he was like, it looks good. What is it? I'm like, this is awful. Oh my gosh, it was so bad. And what makes it worse is, you know, I didn't finish anything because all I was showing you was like, and you can take this and put it here, and then I would grab something else. I said, or you have the option to do this. So nothing was finished. So it was just a nightmare. And bless everybody that was on here was going, yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, it's gonna be cute. You know, it was not cute. It was a tragic car accident, train wreck waiting to happen. And it was just so sad. Okay, so we've got this one on. We've got this little person just hanging off here on the end. Okay, so I really want it to be separate from this, like they're floating away. But I don't want you to see as much of that as possible. I wonder if I can just put that on the top. Will that be too far away from that other heart? Or should I do more than one? Put one here and get another one to put here. Like, because I can, oh, okay, I see. I need one more. Is there another white one on here? Yes, on the complete other end. Okay. I need 3. And I actually have 4, but I don't want to put too many on there. You were just off that night. I mean, what it is I didn't have the stuff. I was like, I don't have time to do this whole craft. And Chris was in there, and we were like, we stopped in the middle. I should have just put out, listen, you know, we're still working on our fireplace. See y'all. Because, I mean, I try to do 5 crafts a week, but I don't always have that. Y'all didn't know what to say. It was so sad. And then I was like, kind of like when you walk around with a booger on your nose or something in front of your friends or your family, and you go to the bathroom and you're kind of wiping off your face and you see booger. And I mean, I get angry. I'm like, I come out and like, so y'all think I'd let y'all walk around with a booger on your nose? I would tell you, y'all, you're not my friends or my family if you don't tell me the truth. So that's why I was like, Chris was like, just get on there and apologize and be done with it. And I was like, at first I was like, and they were all going, it's so cute. It was sad. Oh my gosh, I got a headache. Okay. So we'll do that one down here, like on the very edge. And then we'll put this one, will look a little bit better up there. Okay. We'll put that one here. And remember on cloth, for whatever reason, I guess because it's just kind of still soaking into the fabric, it just usually takes a little bit for it to harden back up. You are so funny. I'm dying laughing. Julie, I'm serious, Julie. Can you imagine just sitting around with your friends, you got something on your nose, or I got home from work. I meant to tell Pam and Larry the other day, I had one of those Campbell soup. I love the tomato and basil soup, but I mean, it has a lot of basil in it. Patricia, all you missed was a laugh because it was this train wreck that night. But I was eating the soup, I guess, one day this week at work. And it's really greasy, the basil soup and all that, but it's so, so good. Well, I always like go to the bathroom before I go home. It's like my thing. So I'm in the bathroom and, hold on, was it in the bathroom that day? No. Chris stopped by to pick something up for me. As I'm walking out the door, and he's like, Cindy, you got something all in your teeth at the top and the bottom. What have you been eating? So I go back into the bathroom and look. Sure enough, I've got like 2 or 3 pieces of basil, and not in just one tooth, like when you get like a piece of pepper in your tooth. It is like on 2 or 3 on the top, like 1 on the bottom. And y'all, this is 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I ate lunch with them at 12:30. So I really wanted to call up Larry and Pam and or text them and say, really, if y'all were my friends, y'all would not have let me walk around with this basil in my teeth for 2 or 3 hours. Who does that? Yeah, you're friends. I don't know if y'all have those kind of friends or you're that way, but if we're friends and I see you and I have something in my teeth or on my nose or whatever, please tell me. Do not let me walk around. You will not hurt my feelings. And I don't know who gets their feelings hurt when somebody's like, listen, you got a booger on your nose. Yeah, those are my good friends there. I could never get mad at somebody that would tell you that. But the person that just lets you sit there talking, you know, as you breathe, it blows in and out. You are not my friend if you don't tell me that. Okay, Julie, thank you. I knew you'd tell me. Yeah, that's like them fighting words. when you don't tell somebody. It's awful. Okay, so I have one kind of here, and I'm wanting this one to be up, but I want to cover up that as much as I can. Maybe put this one on the edge. Like that. Okay. So I'm going to put this one, kind of face it maybe a different direction as much as I can. I mean, it's okay to see a little bit of it. I don't think I'm going to get it where you don't see it at all. Hey from Virginia. On one of those wildly long chin hairs. You are not lying about that either. Just all off your face like this. And the sun's glistening. Y'all, it's hard to laugh. My head hurts so bad. But yes, that's the sister's thing. You don't know how my sisters have gotten on to me. They're like, I cannot believe you said it. And all my sisters have this problem too. I'm like, I wanted to say there were 70-something women on there that were like, glad it's not just me. Like, yes. Like, you know how man's eyebrows start getting all bushy? When Chris goes and gets his hair cut, they have to put the comb in his eyebrow, and then they run the clippers across the front of it. He would die if he knew I was telling y'all that. You know, because they get those like Santa Claus hairs, and they get some wild crap off the top of their ears. Well, I guess just women get it all off your face. It's all the time, yes. But, you know, it happens to all of us. So I'm not afraid to talk about it. But they were like, I can't believe you said we all had that problem. I'm like, if they don't know me, they don't know you. Okay. All right. I'm really like, it kind of moves, which is kind of funny. But then it looks like, you know, they're floating out of the car. I probably could do that one a little bit far over. But then you would see more of the, okay. All right. So I think beads probably wouldn't look too bad if you wanted to do a bead hanger, but I would suggest if you wanted to hang it, either leave the jute that comes on it or get another size jute. Here's like a smaller jute I have right here. Because I think the shape of these, like if you had beads on it, probably wouldn't look terrible, but that's the kind of things I would probably think about is like, well, these are different shape. If you had like heart beads, I guess that wouldn't be that bad. But it's just another thing to show you that you can do, you know, a Valentine's decoration, but, you know, it doesn't have to be, you know, in your face red or pink. Girl, I am laughing. Listen, Tracy, I know you have men. Tracy, y'all, she cuts hair. Honestly, the truck is cute. Thank you so much. Tracy cuts hair. Tracy, you know you have men come in there that need all that hair growing on the ears that they've never had, wirely hair. Yeah, I'm not kidding you. He came home one day and said that they had put a comb in his brow and like did the little buzz clippers across. So Tracy, I know you know what I'm talking about. And Tracy, you probably get those hairs on your face too. All women do. We try to act like we don't. And I don't really want to shave my face, but some days I'm just thinking, if I have to go in there and get them to rip the skin off my face one more time, but I will say like, God, all right, so, and I think it's really cute. It's another little thing like I can set up. Let's see if you can see it this way. You know, just set it against my, and that way I still have my little rustic trucks, but it still goes with everything else I'm going for on my mantelpiece. All right, y'all, I'm glad you had fun seeing my goodies. Hope I didn't take up too much of your afternoon on a Saturday. Besides going to Augusta, I plan on putting on my nightgown, and I probably won't take it off till I go to work Tuesday morning. Yes, girl. Some women too. Really? Oh man, don't tell me my eyebrows fixing to get all out of whack. I mean, I could take my face. I thought women lost your eyebrows and like your eyelashes. I do hair too, and my clippers bogged down on me. looking too. That is really cute. I hope my sisters aren't watching again, so they won't be able to say that I was talking about them. If y'all see them, you tell them I was not talking about them today. I was talking about Chris and myself. Because, no, I don't want to look forward to my eyebrows going all out of whack. And I was hoping finally I was getting to the point where, you know, I've been plucking them for so long they weren't growing back. Thank you for that one lone heart. I had like one lone heart going up. I end my night with you because I know I will get a laugh at one thing or another. Oh my gosh. I'm 65, losing hair except on my head. Listen, I was looking at, you know, people share jokes and stuff all the time. And somebody, gosh, I'm trying to think of who it was. I think it was my niece who shared on, was it my niece? It was somebody that said, they wish that your hair, you know, like, I can't remember the exact words of the joke, but it was, you know how like your leaves on your trees all fall off and everything's bare in the wintertime, like your crepe myrtles or hydrangeas, stuff like that. It was something to the effect that they wish that your hair, the hair on your legs would quit growing in the winter times like the leaves do on the trees. And it was so funny and so true. Because women, if I had to wear shorts right now, I could bog down anything. Oh my gosh, who wants to shave your legs in the wintertime? Nobody. Men don't even want to shave their face in the wintertime. How do they think I want to shave? I got legs a mile long. Nobody does. They are great and stick straight out. Oh man. The chin hairs will stab you on something. I'm not kidding. You know how like when you get a raw chicken and you kind of rubbing it down or whatever, and you come across that one feather that that didn't come out? That's what it feels like on my face sometimes. I just got this long feather that hadn't been plucked yet. Hairs are annoying. If you don't pluck them, they itch like a dick. Yes, and they hurt. And then when you pluck it, 5 come to its funeral. And no doubt. But I have peach fuzz. I guess maybe I'm just a hairy person to begin with. Even when I was young. Like, I have peach fuzz all over my face. I'm a peach fuzzy person. So I think I probably am just going to have it a lot worse than most people. But love your comments. My sister has a hair that grows in the middle of her nose. She depends on me to let her know when it grows back. Oh my God. You know, and they say if you pluck something over years and years and years, it's supposed to stop growing. But no, it's like I pluck it, and you can't not pluck it. Like, you can tell yourself, okay, I'm not going to pluck this because 5's going to come to its funeral and it's just going to be worse. But they're so bad, you can't not get them out. Oh, my gosh. You are right. Laughing my butt off. But it's the truth. It's funny because it's so true and it's so unfair. I mean, you have to deal with periods your whole life. And, you know, you think, you know, okay, this is the time when everything's going away. I can deal with a little bit of heat, hot flashes. But then your stuff start growing. I mean, nobody wants all that. I'm Greek, so I have to shave year round. Oh my gosh, yes. I can't. I hate it. I hate shaving in the summer. And then when you get married, I'm thinking, you know, that's supposed to be over with. You're not supposed to care about that stuff. They let themselves go, so we both let ourselves go. Oh. Oh my gosh, but y'all, it's like the truth though. It really is. I probably could spend an hour on here every night telling you about the problems of being a 46-year-old woman. Oh my gosh, but I don't mean to complain because, you know, if that's the worst thing I have in my life right now is I got some chin hair. Some goatee chin. I wish it was just my chin or on at least 3 of them that I've got. But yes, just the problems of a woman. Yeah, I just I hadn't shaved today. Go to a golfer like this. Yeah, I'm just really cold. Maybe that's maybe that's what those masks are good for. Is like everybody's like, you put that mask on, nobody's gonna know if you got stuff all over your nose. But that's got to make it worse. Don't shave, just braid them. I'm not kidding. You probably could. You probably could braid mine. You need to wave, bless your heart, over your brows. On my brows really bad. I know it's looking like I'm fixing to have to wash something out my hair. Getting about that time. Listen, I ain't worried about my eyebrows. You scare me about my eyebrows. My eyebrows don't have any wandering hairs on them. They seem to be fine. It's just right here. I need to sleep with her. Girl, wait till you hit 60. Oh my gosh, Sherry, don't tell me stuff like that. You know, I got off here the other night and told Chris when I, was saying one of my friends is kind of coming out of her hot flashes. She's 52, and I'm like, okay, well, I was early. I'm doing it since I was 40. If 12 years is how long I have to go, I just like all those to have this end date. So I'm thinking, 52, something to look forward to. Hot flashes stop. And then all of y'all kept saying, nope. I'm 65, and I'm still hot. I'm 72, and I'm still hot. Lie to me. Tell me it was over fast. Oh, my God. Wait till you're 60. Do you mean like when you hit 60, your eyebrows really start getting bushy like men's? Oh, I don't think I could take that. I'm trying to sit here and think if there's anything on my face. All right, girls. I'll let y'all go. And y'all have a good night and a good Sunday. And I will see y'all Monday. And either stay inside, or if you have not gotten all those little bookers on your face, just wear your mask and nobody will see you. But I'll see y'all Monday. All right, bye.